So we're developing software that reduces the cost and accelerates the transition to net zero. And in particular, our main product is the CLOC software. And CLOC stands for Continual Layout Optimization of Cable. And what we're doing is we're playing dot to dot to work out the most economical way of linking turbines up with cable within offshore wind farms. So the way we're doing it conceptually is we take an existing layout, we take a very small bit of that layout and we redesign it. So it's almost like having your drawing on a piece of paper, having a rubbing a bit out and redesigning it with your pencil. And then you're saying, is what we've got now better than what we had before? And if it is better, we keep it. And if it's worse, we get rid of it and go back to what we had before. And we do that process many, many times. And particularly with a computer, it's doing it incredibly fast. And so we're doing calculations of billions of possible cable layouts in a tiny fraction of the amount of time. And crucially, what we come to through this process is both better layouts than what humans can come up with and delivering them in much, much shorter periods of time. It's not uncommon for us to be saving upwards of $50 million for a single project. And a single project, when they're big projects. So you're talking a couple of gigawatts typically of offshore wind capacity. And a gigawatt is roughly the same installed amount of electricity generation as a nuclear power station. So we're talking about 70 to 100 turbines offshore that are generating power, and they're very, very big turbines, and saving those projects pretty meaningful chunks of cash. It's applying advanced maths to engineering problems. And what AI is at the end of the day is automating human processes and human decision making to help us make those decisions better and faster and more effectively. And what better place to do it than in very, very large infrastructure that costs billions of pounds to put that infrastructure out there faster, cheaper, more effectively, and accelerate the transition to net zero through being able to deploy more of it quicker. So our technology was developed for offshore wind, where we're taking the turbines and linking them up with cable to that central substation location. So we can apply this technology to any problem where you've got a number of locations that need to be connected up to a central location. So that means that we can immediately go and apply our technology to wave and tidal when they get to commercial scale, but also very, very large scale solar and potentially even electric vehicle car parks where you've got huge numbers of chargers in large car parks. Well, climate change is an emergency and we've got to get there really quite fast. And ultimately, we haven't got enough people to get us there at the moment. And there's huge numbers of people talking about the skills gap, how many people we need to train up for these industries. But that's only one element of this challenge. The other one is to make those people that are trained up work more efficiently, more effectively, and faster. So we don't need as many people. We still need lots more than we've got, but we can make it so that the number we have to train up isn't quite as big through these productivity gains from tools such as ours. We're in this world where we've got to solve these problems, otherwise humanity is at an end. So we are fighting to save the planet. And all of our team is fighting to save the planet, and the desire and the commitment to that challenge from the team is phenomenal. Most of my chats with the team is trying to pull them back and say don't work as hard, and that comes from that desire to reach net zero. There's huge amounts going on in the renewable sector in the northeast. There's a number of companies that are really accelerating things, and in particular for ourselves, we've been part of this TIGOR programme that's funded by the North of Tyne Combined Authority and delivered by the Catapult that are behind us here in Blythe, and they're really funding innovation projects that are doing world first technology development here in the northeast to demonstrate it around the world and drive impact whilst creating jobs here in the northeast. The potential for Kinwell is huge. I mean, the strapline for us is intentionally huge, where we're developing and commercialising innovative technologies that add significant scalable value to the world's biggest environmental and social challenges. So we're not getting involved in things that make money for money's sake. We're only going to do it if it adds value to society and does so in a scalable way, which is obviously beneficial commercially, but also increases the impact of our work by making it exportable all over the world.